Okay, so my wife wants some fish tonight, and you guys are probably wondering what we do with all the fish we catch when we go down there for Kayak Fishers of Men, and we go out and catch redfish, we catch speckled trout, and we catch black drum. So this is a black drum I caught, and basically I put it on the half shell. As you can see, good thing about having a vacuum sealer is you can catch your fish, and then you can put it in a vacuum seal and then put it in your freezer, and then when you pull it out, it's like it just tastes like you just caught it. So that's a good deal. So if you don't know what a half shell is, basically you basically catch the fish, and instead of filleting it out fully, you just gut it, and then you cut one side of the fish off, leave the scales on. Same thing with the other side of the fish, leave the scales on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grill this. So I'm going to grill this, and then I'm going to put some buttered crab meat on top of it, sauteed buttered crab meat, and so it's going to taste delicious. But what I use on mine is Old Bay, and then this is a staple where I'm from in Maryland, and we put it on crabs and shrimp and everything. And I tried this Everglades fish and chicken, which is really delicious as well. And I can go either way, but I prefer Old Bay. That's what I was raised on, and I like the taste a little bit better. And then there's Fisherman's Wharf that my wife picked up. It's kind of a herby, lemony seasoning. So I'm gonna cut this open. I'm gonna season it up on one side, and put a little butter on it, and then I'm gonna grill it. I'm going to grill it for about 3 minutes on the flesh side, and then I'm going to flip it over and grill it on the scale side down on the grill, and that will protect the meat, and I'll cook that for probably 10-15 minutes till it gets nice and flaky. So and then we're going to, in this little pot right here, I've got some butter. I'm going to put a can of crab meat in there. Usually I use lump crab meat that I get from H-E-B or Walmart or whatever. It's a little expensive, but hey, go big or go home. And then I'm gonna top the drum with that. So I will go back and show you what I'm gonna do here, and hopefully this will be an idea that you could use it, when you go fishing and catch fish. All right. Okay, so I went ahead and seasoned up. This one's gonna be my fillet, and this one's gonna be Jasmine's fillet. So I put Old Bay on mine, and then I put Everglades fish and chicken on hers, which is really good. I mean, I can't stress that enough. It is really good, but I just prefer Old Bay. And then I put a little bit of her Fisherman's Wharf on hers as well. Just open up this can of crab meat here. It's lump crab meat by Chicken of the Sea. But then I'm going to drain off the liquor, I guess, and then I'm going to put it in here in this butter, and just let it get hot enough, not overcook it, but hot enough to cook it a little bit, and then I'm gonna just turn it off, and it'll just sit in there until I'm ready to pour the crab meat over this. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is flesh side down. I'm gonna flip this over. I'm just letting this kind of marinate, and that rub on there, draw some of the moisture out of the fish and get into the fish flesh. And then I will go ahead and get that going. My wife just cut up some of our eggplant that we grew in our garden. It's Japanese eggplant. She's gonna stir fry that up. This is a eggplant, Black Beauty, but she did the smaller ones, the Japanese eggplant, and then she's gonna probably maybe cut up some onion or something. I don't know what else she's gonna put in that. All right, I'll go check on my grill and see if it's hot enough, and then we'll go ahead and get this on the grill. All right, so I've got the fillets out here. I'm gonna coat this grill with some coconut oil. It's got a higher burning temperature, and it's just gonna make sure that the fish doesn't stick, hopefully. So I'm just gonna hit that up a little bit. And well, as I say that, it's catching on fire. No, actually it's just some residual barbecue stuff or whatever I had on there before. But like I said, it'll be fine. Here we go. And as promised, I'm going to take the fillet. And we're gonna go flush down. As soon as I can flip it over. There you go. Got that one down. Not very good at flipping, am I? Alright. There. So we got those down. I gotta remember this is mine right here. This is Jasmine. So we'll let that go for 3 minutes just to get some flavor locked in and some grill marks. See my crabs right there? Probably not, but. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip it over on the scale side. What we're doing now is just locking that in. Okay, we're gonna check on our black drum fillets and see if they're getting any char marks on them. I'm gonna flip them over here. All right, there you go. You got some grill marks on them now, and it's starting to turn white, as you can see. So what we're gonna do, there we go. We're gonna flip those over. You see the lines from the grill. Now we're just gonna let them cook. Okay, and that basically will set the flavor inside of the fish, the grill marks on the flesh side, and then the scale side will protect the meat, and it will make it so moist you will not believe it. You could cook a lot of fish this way. We cook redfish this way. It's really awesome. I love redfish, which is another type of drum. It's actually a red drum, but everybody calls them redfish down here. And the kind of fish I'm cooking right now is black drum, which is a cousin to the redfish. And you cook them both the same way. You can cook them different ways, but this is the way we like it. And then I'm going to go inside after. I'm going to let this cook on here, probably on a medium for about 10 minutes to make sure it gets nice and cooked. And it will just come right off of the half shell. It's just amazing how easy it comes off and how moist it keeps it, because the meat is just basting in its own juices between the flesh and the scales of the fish. So it's going to be wonderful. And then I'll top that with some lump crab meat and sauteed butter, which I need to go add some garlic to my butter. So all right, we'll check back in a few minutes. As you can see, my wife has got some of our garden vegetables in there. She's got some, like I said, some eggplant, Japanese eggplant. Looks like she put some onion and mushrooms in there. So that's going to be good. And then she made some rice over here. And I've got the buttered crab meat right here. It's all seasoned up, ready to go. That's going to go on top of our black drum, and it's going to be awesome. So can't wait to try it. We'll let you know how it tastes after we plate it. Okay, so we're going to check our fish. As you can see, when fish cooks, it gets plump. So these have swelled up a little bit, and the meat looks nice and white there. So I'm thinking it's pretty good. Plus, it's kind of, as you can see here, this is the scale side right here. The meat looks like it's doing good. So thinking, hey, I think we're good. Oh yeah. And like a steak, we're just gonna let that rest for a few minutes. All right, I think they're about ready. So as you can see, we've got our grill marks on our fish, and it's nice and white. Looks pretty flaky. I'm just gonna put these on here and take them in the house. This one is Jasmine's. I gotta remember that. I turned the grill off, so we're safety is good. We'll let that cool down, then I'll clean the grill. All right, we're gonna go inside. It's looking pretty good, but that's not the end of it, because we're gonna put lump crab meat on top. Let's go take a look. So we've got our fish on our plates here. Polish pottery, to be exact, plates that we got when we were stationed overseas in Germany. My wife went to Poland and bought some nice plates and pottery and stuff. Very, very popular with Americans. And they know it and they sell it to us a lot. So, moment of truth. So we've got our crab meat here. It's all nice and buttery. And I'm going to just Top that off with butter and crab meat. How's that look? Pretty delish, right? I haven't even added the rice and the eggplant yet. So I'll let that seep into the wonderful fish. Then I'm going to put this up my wife's. Give her a lot because she likes it. I'll just give her the rest. There we go. Oop. Stuff's expensive. You don't want to. And the good thing about being in Texas, praise God, is that down at the coast we can actually go fishing and then crabbing, catch blue crabs like we have where I'm from in Maryland. So that's an awesome thing. All right, there's my plate. It's all plated up. I don't drink anymore, but I like the taste of a beer every now and then. Coors Edge, really great non-alcoholic beer. Only 41 calories, which is a plus for big guys like me. And it's gonna go really well. My wife, she's not having any rice, but I'm Filipino, if you didn't know that, so I have to have rice. All right, I'm just gonna taste this before she gets in here, just to tell you what it tastes like. Looks good. This is so horrible. I should just throw it in the trash right now. And I'm totally lying. It's wonderful. Okay, well, we're going to pray and then we're going to eat. So I just wanted to show you that. Hopefully you guys will use some of this when you go fishing. And
your gloves on.
Oh yeah, I've got my gloves on. My wife's like, take my gloves off. Good call. My wife's pretty smart. Anyway, my hands are clean because I washed them before I put the gloves on. God bless you guys and happy fishing. And just remember, God loves you, Jesus saves. Have a good night. I just wanted to show you guys how nice and white that meat is. It's so moist with the lump crab meat on top. I'm telling you, it's really delicious. And the good thing is that because you cook it with the scale side down, it kind of bastes in its own juices, and when you go to pull it off the skin, it just comes right off. It's awesome. And my wife's bringing me some corn, which was an unexpected surprise, but thank you, babe. All right. Well, hope you guys have a blessed time watching this video, and hopefully this will inspire you to do some cooking and combine a couple different seafoods, which is lump crab meat and red drum, or black drum, which just says black drum. As you can see, I didn't hesitate to tear this fish apart, and my rice and my lovely sauteed eggplant that we grew in the garden, and the corn that my wife surprised me with, which I had no idea she was doing that. So we're done. All right.